Okay, so welcome back, traders. Now, today I want to talk about a popular question that people ask me a lot. How do you allow your winning trade to run, and how do you cut losses short? The truth is that you can't. Yes, you can't do that if your psychology is not intact. It depends on the money that you have that will determine if you can confidently allow that trade to run or not. How attached are you to that trade? If you are too attached, your winning trade you might not allow it to run for too long, and you might be quick to cutting losing trade too, which is going to be bad. Sometimes you guys already have stop loss, but you'll never allow it to get to the stop loss or anything before you cut it short. Then before you know, it's moving your way. Because of that money, you are still tied to it. That money is still higher than your appetite. Everything still boils down to appetite. Because different people with different account balance. If you're not comfortable losing that money, you actually cut your losses too short, and you might not allow your winning trades to run longer because you need that money. You need it for something. That's why I pity people that used to compare themselves with traders that already make millions, thousands of dollars from the market. They're already secured for more than 5 years. The trade they're entering now, it has no effect in their life. It doesn't change their lifestyle. So they can leave that trade for even 5 months, 2 months, 3 months. I can leave a trade for a month, so because there are other sources where you get money from. But if you are not in that shoe, don't don't do what others are doing. You need to know the level of your pocket before you jump in. So cutting a losing trade short is actually good in some sense, but in some sense again, it fucks up your psychology if you're always just doing that. You still want to train your mind in obeying your rules, and your rules is your said stop loss and your said take profit and levels in which you're going to take those profits. You need to work on that. And nothing will help you than experience. So you have to be in the market and try to deprogram your brain and reprogram it back in obeying those rules. Leaving a winning trade to run is actually much harder than you think because of all those pullbacks. So those of us that can hold trade for almost a month, there are some days whereby you have some massive pullbacks, maybe based on news, and it's going against your direction. But the overall trend is still following your direction and you're still in profit. So that pullbacks really fucks up most traders and they just chicken out of that trade. And before you know, the bigger move now start playing. Immediately you're out. And that's the funny thing. You now feel the market is following you. No, the market is not following you. The market doesn't even see your trade, doesn't even know you. You're like a drop in an ocean. You have no effect. We have no effect. The retail traders is the big banks that run this shit. If your psychology is not intact, they'll play you off it. They'll play you off the market and they'll run for your stop loss. You'll be the liquidity provider. You provide liquidity for them in order for them to run their trades. So that's why they want your little stop loss. But really, deep down, they don't see you. So allowing your trade to run is actually more harder than even cutting trade, your losing trade short. But for losing trade, that is quite easy. Just make sure you're obeying your stop loss. If you're obeying your stop loss, you shouldn't have any effect with losing trade. So before you even enter that trade, you should know what you want to fix. It's quite easy and straightforward. There's a Ethereum trade I entered. That was, I think, 2021 or so, about 6 months. That will be my longest trade I've ever held. 6 to 7 months on Ethereum. The pullbacks was crazy. But because I didn't need that money, anything that want to happen. So I was able to hold it for that long. And it was a massive win then. But your reward can actually be tricky. Because when you're winning, human beings are greedy, so we want more. So we tend to leave it, not knowing when to now even get out. So of course you want to have levels even before you enter that trade. Levels that you take profit. So before you take a trade, you want to know where you're going to take profit and where your stop loss will be. And when you get that all in that trade, if you can have that in check, you should be able to allow your winning trade run and cut short your losing trade.